My name is Michelle and this is my non-fiction book collection. So I run a subscription box down in Australia and for New Zealand called Aussie Biz Chic. The things we include in the box is a non-fiction book to help you upskill in business and life. And so due to the nature of my job, I have read a lot of personal development and business books. The last stack of books we're going to talk about is all the personal development, productivity type books. And there's probably a few random ones thrown in there as well. Okay, this is part one for these books. This one's a very philosophical book. This is The Courage to Be Disliked. I think you're either gonna love or hate this book. I really liked it. I'm always open to different viewpoints, and philosophy wasn't something I usually would gravitate towards. I think at the end of the day, your life is your life. You make the decisions as to whether or not you're going to take the actions you need to take in order to achieve your goals. I haven't read this one. It's called Your Weight Is Not the Problem. I just struggle with losing weight, putting weight back on. One just really stood out to me. How to Talk to Anyone, 92 Little Tricks for Big Success in Relationships. Really great book for someone who is terrified of going to events and talking to people. And when I became a business owner and building my personal brand, figures out a lot of people want you to come to events and network and talk. And I was like, oh crap, how do I do that? I read this book, love this book, put it in the Aussie Biz Chic box, and it was a very popular book and we still sell this book now. Zen, The Art of Simple Living. This is just every day an activity you can do to create Zen in your life. We're going to have this in the Aussie Biz Chic box. I was gifted this one, Bitch Power by Ellen Mackenzie. I haven't read it, but it looks really, really fun and I do want to read it. Two books that were in past Aussie Biz Chic boxes. Got Life Admin Hacks. One thing that really changed my life when reading this book is me and my fiance's joint calendar. The Success Experiment. This is all to kind of how to achieve your goals, and it's very fun inside this book, I will have to say. Next we have Tiny Habits. No, not Atomic Habits, but I have read Atomic Habits. I actually had the audiobook, but this one delves a bit more into psychology. I would say even breaks down the formation of habits into tinier steps and goes through the mindset of why you want to put that habit in your life as well. Next we have is Time Magic. This is a time management book with a little bit of a twist. We had this in the Aussie Biz Chic box. This is the other Melissa Ambrosini book, which is How to Stop Comparing Yourself to Others and Be Genuinely Happy. If you suffer from comparing yourself constantly on social media, just pick up this book. Speaking of healthy diets, this one's called The Healthy Life by Jessica Siepel. I have read her other book, which is The 12 Steps something. I'll put it up on here. This has got really good at recipes and just kind of understanding the nutritional value of food. Food plays a big part in kind of your energy for the day. There's one recipe that I cooked. It was a cauliflower shepherd's pie. My fiance absolutely hated it and said you can never make that again. But otherwise, all the other recipes are really, really yummy and scrumptious. And next we have the good old Barefoot Investor. This has gone through the ringer a bit. This was gifted by my granddad when I was in my first year of working full-time at my corporate job. It really did change our lives. A lot of people really enjoyed this book and has helped them immensely. These are two of my fiance's books. We've got Think Like a Monk by Jay Shetty. Luke said it was okay, but I think Jay Shetty is being exposed or something at the moment. We've got Dylan Buckley and Honest Chat. If anybody's into AFL, you might know who that is. We have to talk about this one. So this one is Sapiens, A Brief History of Humankind. And you can see I've read more than half of this book. When I picked this book up, I was obsessed with understanding how humans came to be, how civilization came to be, and I had this thirst for knowledge around that topic. And it is all very interesting until you get to a point where you kind of don't care about everything after that, and that's what happened to me. But you know what? I will keep that bookmark in there whenever I feel like I maybe want to just continue picking up and learning about the history of humankind. The Bitcoin Standard, the American version basically of Barefoot Investor, Money Makeover by Dave Ramsey. Okay, this is the last pile right here. 3 books that my fiance picked up. We've got the Millionaire Fast Lane, Psycho-Cybernetics, which is really interesting about how your outer appearance affects your inner confidence. And then we have Relentless. So this is about how to be the best at something. It was the coach of Kobe Bryant. We're nearly there. Officially, the last pile. We got Don't Overthink It by Anne Bogle, which was the very, very first Aussie Biz Chic book club pick. Stop overthinking thinking. Girls just want to have fun, the fun version of Barefoot Investor. Very, very engaging read, especially when it's finance. I feel like for finance, this one makes it fun. Burnout, Solve Your Stress Cycle. This looks into more the science around burnout, why it happens, why you go through it. And it is very, very good and was a premium book club pick for Aussie Biz Chic. I was gifted this one, Hello Abundance by Shona Gate. Past Aussie Biz Chic book club pick here, We Should All Be Millionaires. I liked this book a lot because I'm seeing from perspective of, a Black woman in America trying to build her business, trying to build wealth for herself. And I think it's really important to read stories from kind of different groups of people that your experiences are so different from. Next is Confidence Feels Like Shit by Erica Kramer. This one made me cry in the first 20 pages. A really great confidence book, and it's a memoir as well, actually. Got a habit book, Badass Habits by Jen Sincero. This was a Aussie Biz Chic book club pick for 2024. This habit book's interesting because there's definitely more understanding of kind of the mindset and boundaries you put in place to be able to let your habit form successfully. Another Aussie Biz Chic past book club pick, Manage Your Day-to-Day, Build Your Routine. Really, really quick read. This was actually quite popular. People really like this one. Little nuggets of wisdom that were super digestible. And the last two books we're going to talk about is we've got Smart Moves by Tia Angelos. This one is really great as well. This was a past Aussie Biz Chic book club pick, but this goes through 4 kind of aspects of your life. So money section, relationship section, career, well-being. And so it goes through those different tidbits of your life and some really great diagrams and things in there as well. And then the last book I've got here is Building a Second Braid by Tiago Forte. I actually have a whole YouTube video on this book, and I hope to every month do a bit more of a deep dive on some of the best books I read that have genuinely helped me in my business or in my life. So you can check out that video after this video if you'd like. But this is a great book on organizing your notes and building a second brain, essentially, that when you're working, you can just go to and basically have the information ready to go right there. It truly has changed my life and has made content creation a lot easier. It has made doing projects a lot easier. So highly recommend that. Go check out my video as well. The next lot of books we're going to talk about is kind of a hybrid of personal development and business. So I'm going to go through these quite quick. We've got Aligned and Unstoppable by Cassie Mendoza Jones. I was gifted this one. This one's called Back Yourself, Advice and Inspiration to Create the Business You've Been Dreaming of. I think this is a compilation book from all different entrepreneurs. Goodbye Money Guilt. I was gifted this one, Transforming Your Relationship with Money. The next one is Curiosity Killed the 9 to 5. And there's something special about this book. Not only is it a beautiful and pink, but I wrote a chapter for it. I wrote a chapter for this book. My chapter is right here, Aussie Biz Chic. And I just break down how much money I didn't make in my first year. And just a lot of real aha moments, marketing strategy, working out your I'm quitting salary. I'm so excited for everybody to read this one. There are so many interesting stories from different entrepreneurs. And what I like about compilation books, and especially this one, is everybody's way of quitting their 9 to 5 or how they went about quitting their 9 to 5 and how they grew their business is so different. And so you can take any one of these strategies and give it a go yourself. So that's Curiosity Killed the 9 to 5. I was gifted this one. This is Elevate, Unlock Your Extraordinary Potential. This is a big, thick book. We got Chillpreneur by Denise Duffield Thomas. Absolutely love Denise. Love her writing style. Every time I read a Denise Duffield Thomas book, I just feel so motivated to make money. We got 2 Emma Isaac books. This was her first one, Winging It, and this is her second one, The New Hustle. This was a Aussie Biz Chic book club pick. Actually, this one is a memoir. This should have been in memoirs. Winging It. So that should be in memoirs. This is just talking about the new way of work, how to work from anywhere, what you can do in terms of your hustling and how we don't want to hustle too hard where you burn out. So I'm going to put this on top of here and then move this back over here. So I've got an advanced reader copy of Work Backwards, How to Design the Life You Want from Tim Duggan, who's going to be an Aussie Biz Chic book club pick a little later on. We have books sorted 6 months in advance. Next we have Joy at Work by Marie Kondo. This is just how to be organized at work. A little bit different from her other one, which is more like tidying around the house. This is tidying around your workspace. So we've got 2 books by the same author here. We've got 6 Figures in School Hours, How to Run a Successful Business and Still Be a Good Parent. I recommend this to parents. I personally haven't read it because I am not a parent, but I have read her other book, which is Confessions of a Misfit Entrepreneur. She is so funny, like her writing, she's very witty. From Kate Toon, 2 intuitive books here, which might be a bit woo-woo to some people. Got Intuitive Impact by Michelle Kerr, Light It by Letitia Andra, and this is going to be a future Aussie Biz Chic book club pick, and this was a past Aussie Biz Chic book club pick. One of the things that I learned, just following your intuition, I don't know, something about it, and also being able to work in certain energy flows. I kind of really love learning about that stuff. A lot of members do as well. It's good to see different perspectives and different ways people kind of use their energy to work in their business. And then the last one I'm going to talk about is Play Big Brand Bold by Suzanne Chadwick. This is a mindset, but also how to build your own personal brand or have a big brand in your business. Really, really like this one. She talks a lot about her own experience as well. And then this one is Still Like an Artist. I read this book when I was in the biggest creative slump like ever. I will return to it often. Just about how you can be inspired by many different forms of art and things around you, and how to be inspired and be inspired by others' works to create your own unique work, your own unique art. Thank you so much for joining me today and seeing my entire book collection. If you are in Australia and New Zealand, be sure to check out Aussie Biz Chic if you want to get sent a really good book every month. Talk to you soon.